Turning now to the latest information on the deadly avalanche in Nevada County.
Yeah, tonight we're learning the names of 6 of the 9 skiers who died in what's being called the deadliest avalanche in more than 40 years.
Take a look. The 6 of the 9 people killed are Carrie Atkin, Liz Claybaugh, Danielle Keatley, Kate Morse, Caroline Sakar, the sister of Liz Claybaugh, and Kate Vitt.
Their families released a statement tonight saying in part, quote, "Our focus right now is supporting our children through this incredible tragedy and honoring the lives of these extraordinary women. They were all mothers, wives, and friends, all of whom connected through the love of the outdoors. They were passionate, skilled skiers who cherished time together in the mountains. They lived in the Bay Area, Idaho, and the Truckee Tahoe region."
The avalanche happened in Nevada County Tuesday morning in the Castle Peak area north of Donner Summit. Officials say a group of 15 people, 4 guides and 11 skiers, were coming back from a 3-day trip in the backcountry. They were staying at the Frog Lake huts.
The recovery efforts are not over yet. These are the conditions first responders have been facing this week. And today, recovery efforts were paused because things were just too dangerous. Nevada County deputies say the recovery effort is expected to last into the weekend.
Because of this, the U.S. Forest Service says all National Forest lands and trails in the Tahoe National Forest around the Castle Peak area are closed. The closure is required for public and first responder safety and to provide recovery of the victims. The public is not allowed to enter the closure area. Tonight, we're learning more about the victims. Yeah,
the families say they did have experience in the backcountry and they deeply respected the mountains. One victim's husband, Kieran Sakar, says in a statement to the New York Times, quote, "Carolyn spent her final days doing what she loved best, with the people who loved her the most, in her favorite place. She was with me, her children, and her puppy, and then on one last adventure with her sister and close friends, who she now rests with." Their neighbor in San Francisco is calling it a big loss.
She was just a wonderful human being who loved life and was just full of love and just a very vibrant person. One of the nicest people I've ever known.
The family says the group was trained and prepared for backcountry travel, and they trusted their professional guides on this trip.
Tonight, neighbors in Marin County describe another victim, Kate Vitt, as a good mom who was devoted to her 2 young sons.
She was just out there with her kids and getting them hustled off to school and after-school activities, and she just seemed like a super friendly, great mom.
It's truly a tragedy. It's a classic family walking their dog kind of family who went skiing on the weekend and, ends up in an avalanche.
Families say they are doing their best to care for one another in the way they know the women would have wanted.
This weekend, the town of Truckee is planning to hold a community vigil for the avalanche victims. It will be held this Sunday at 6 p.m. at the Eagle statue in downtown Truckee. That's at the corner of Spring and Donner Pass Road. All are welcome to attend and also bring a candle.
Governor Gavin Newsom's also speaking out about this tragedy. While in the Bay Area today, the governor said he had been to the Frog Lake huts within the past year.
Yeah, he says, as a matter of fact, some of the victims were longtime family friends of his wife.
It's tragic. It's the most devastating avalanche in terms of loss of life we've ever experienced, and these were some experienced guides that were out there, and that's what's even more concerning and disturbing about this. But just our hearts go out to those that lost their lives.
The governor also advised people to be very mindful of the conditions when traveling to the Sierra and take advisory seriously. Meanwhile, an investigation is now underway. Cal OSHA says they're looking into the company Blackbird Mountain Guides, the tour group that took these skiers into the backcountry.
The agency has up to 6 months to complete the investigation and issue citations if they find violations of workplace safety regulations.
Blackbird has not issued a statement in response to the investigation. In their latest statement last night, Blackbird Mountain Guides says they've suspended field operations through February 22nd. They also say in part, quote, "This was an enormous tragedy and the saddest event of our team has ever experienced. We're doing what we can to support the families and team members who lost treasured friends."